to go high ground with her because
yes,
she has so much attack range. She's so tanky that like until you actually get to like take the Aegis, your barracks are usually already dead anyways. So like you take the fight, Medusa wins the fight, just gets another lane of barracks. It's one of the easiest heroes to go high ground. It's crazy because like usually range heroes, they are very easy to burst, right? Drow Ranger, I guess like Leshrac, but Medusa is so tanky. It's crazy.
Medusa
Just
already
walk on
looking
up there.
pretty good here. The Invoker's been taken out really early. Could be a consideration for Infinity for the 4th overall.
Dark
I
Willow.
really love this Tusk on Hokori. They have
I know.
11 games of Tusk this week.
Yeah, Tusk and Tiny. Like they tend to ban out some of the other 4s, as you can see with like the Earth Spirit and stuff, to really go for these two. So pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Undying gets taken out also. Kind of weird. Not really sure the hell Infinity's doing there. Well, it's a waste of a band. What?
Yeah,
Undying
kind of
in the
agree,
first two? I mean, I know I've been hard on the hero, but I objectively, factually, emotionally, this guy's not a first band kind of guy right now.
I hope they don't
have to
coddle. I would rather just like, I don't know, a Witch Doctor or something. I don't know how I feel about Tusk coddle.
I usually like Coddle when you already saw the support duo on the enemy team, because like a pretty standard counter to Coddle is just like a strong position 5. And you know, this Dark Willow is probably going to be a 4, so I do think like Infinity would have the means to actually counter.
I mean, they're definitely going to pick it. Oh my god.
Okay.
Our Dark Horse
early.
is in trouble.
But why?
Yeah, I don't get it. I feel like Wyvern is such a reactive hero, right?
I think Gardic has been playing too many pubs. Remember that conversation we had about MMR and how like the ladder is not the end all be all of Dota's skill? I think this might be an example. Gardic has tainted himself from too much solo queue.
It's just okay. Well, at least they picked something that you can kind of do something versus with the ulti. But like Dark Willow is someone who will quite literally blow up anyone you try and Cold Embrace. And I know Cold Embrace is the worst skill in Wyvern anyway, but you've already just negated it. And
you're already like, all right, here's 75% of a Wyvern. We're good, right?
Yeah. And the lane is just so bad. Like now they've already picked up Pango,
right? It's not like
zero. Well, I guess it's been played in
like a Nature's Prophet, for
a
example.
couple times. Yeah, but
yes, a Nature's Prophet is a really good example.
I mean, she can't even like flex into the 4 or anything. So yeah, I agree, though.
Really
I think
weird.
this hero is really good at punishing enemy mistakes, which is why it's such a great solo queue hero, right? People are disorganized. You can catch them off guard with the ult. It's literally a game changer.
Yeah.
Much harder to do here in the pro level.
Surprisingly, and I guess this could be one of the reasons they picked it so early, it has... what is the win rate change of Winter Wyvern playing in Chiriki, in your guys' opinion?
As in, is it good
like,
versus... Oh, like the
Wyvern
percent-wise?
Yeah.
6%.
10%.
What?
Why?
Yeah,
high
I'm
puffs?
confused. I am very confused. On Dota 2 Pro Tracker,
Wow.
Wyvern has like almost out of 26 games, Riki won 3 games against Wyvern. I'm trying. I mean, obviously, the Cold Embrace is really good because he only has physical damage.
That is kind of crazy, though.
Cold Embrace is a hard counter. You got
I guess it's a long-range click target stun on Ricky. So, like, the second he's visible, he's just stunned.
Yeah.
That is pretty huge value versus that hero.
And he is squishy, right? Like, when Wyvern can actually do a lot of damage to him. I could see you killing him in the duration of the ult more often
I can
than
see
not.
you at least nearly killing him, and then someone just chain stuns him out of it, and then you kill him, you know?
Yeah. All right.
When you look at Infinity's heroes here, Riki is in their top 10 most picked heroes. So,
but can't they just not pick the Riki? I mean, like every other one is available except Monkey King and Troll. Okay.
True. I'm just trying to justify the Wyvern. All right. I'm not saying it's a smart idea.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's all right. They've scared away the Riki. That's one. It's less than 1%
maybe they want to pick
hero
more
pool.
heroes that are really good versus Riki. That are really bad versus Riki.
I like the Beastmaster ban, right? That's one of the classics that Winter Wyvern's very good against. So Infinity thinking maybe they're setting up to grab the Beastmaster themselves.
Timber
like
got left
that.
in. It's a hero that's...
What
the
hell?
All right, now what role? What role is this Dazzle? That's
this
the real
has
question.
to be 5. This has to be 5.
Well, it doesn't have to be. It could be a mid Pango and a 3 Dazzle.
Yes, it could.
10 seconds remaining.
I guess Ice played 3 games of offlane Dazzle this week.
Oh, now he
I
flips
think-
the brain on. Okay, all right. Welcome to the rest of us.
I think core Dazzle's better than 5 Dazzle. I mean, I agree.
I
It might end up
agree.
being a 5 Dazzle, but like 5 Dazzle just does not offer. Everything was left. There was like Witch Doctor. There was pretty much anything.
Yeah.
So to
Think
me,
you-
they
you-
must have some flex option here.
You obviously pick it to flex a little bit, but yeah, I really think he is a terrible 5 right now. I think he's about on par with Lion 5. If you don't get crippled in the lane, it's because the enemies didn't do their job
10
right.
seconds
Here's what I would say: is that there is some logic to the Tusk +1 or whatever with your slow.
5 seconds remaining.
Like there is kind of he's trying to like play in your face and stuff, and he's trying to like pull the wave away from you
All right.
as a 5. That's something.
Yeah, I think if they go for something like Kanaga, I can get behind the Dazzle, because I do feel like it's really strong when you have a lot of minions, a lot of units with the Shadow Wave.
Void incarnate.
All right.
Hey, purple lineup here.
More flexy.
Interesting.
Dazzle's got nice arms, man.
What's our? Do you think Timber suffers versus Dazzle? I don't even know. It's like
No, he does not.
I assume you should be
don't think
fine
so.
with the reactive armor.
He does not. Yeah, Dazzle does not have good options versus Timber.
5 seconds
But if they do
remaining.
get Timber, Dazzle is not necessarily in the same lane, right? I think like in the lane it could be good, but after the lane it doesn't matter because he gets way too much armor.
Well, I also just kind of like it with the sustained damage too versus like Dazzle games. It reminds me of like OD or something, right? Where someone gets graved, you just astral them, they die.
Oh yeah. I like the Tide here because he can dispel most of. He can spell the poison
Yep.
touch. I'm
Another hero.
assuming Swashbuckle procs the Dazzle Q. 'Cause
Yes,
it is an
I'm
attack,
pretty
right?
sure it
So
does. Yeah.
I guess there is some
Oh,
interaction
man.
there. Dark Willow can proc it too. Void Spirit R also procs it. So.
Wow, the combos. This is what it was all for.
Man,
Oh yeah.
that is some
Alright.
terrible
10 seconds
synergy.
remaining.
Death Prophet was the super standard stock option here. They're missing Tower Push,
5 seconds
Roshing.
remaining.
They have the Sustain of the Wyvern. That's a really quality ban. Viper is still in. Could also be a pretty decent consideration for Hokori, I think.
Why would you pick Dazzle? I'm stunned right now. This hero, I love him so much. He's worse than Undying, Trent.
That's saying
He's like
something.
he's like it is off lane. It is a Beastmaster cosplayer because from
You can
what
buy
I've seen
Necro.
from Ice, he just gets Necro. You push wave really fast. You have a lot of physical damage for Roche. So it pretty much just it gives you
10
that early
seconds
tier
remaining.
1. It gives you Roche.
I'm
Yeah, he's like
totally fine with it
Beastmaster's
if it's core.
Little
5
assistant
seconds
in
remaining.
training. It's just
Dire
a
team pick.
definitively shittier version. Your Beastmaster without a
Yes.
BKB piercing stun. Yeah, you get the tier 1, maybe Roche, but then like to
The
scale, you
Minos
have
armor
to really
is
keep up.
pretty strong. Like if you actually don't die, if it's a core, right? It is, and it
yeah.
also fits their purple draft, which
10
definitely.
seconds.
Well,
remaining.
sure. Yeah, I mean, these
Definitely
are
makes sense.
very weird drafts.
5
I'm.
seconds remaining.
Oof.
I gotta say,
So we need a mid here for Hokori. I still like that Viper you were talking about. That looks pretty nice.
Yeah, Viper Queen is also still in there too. I think
It
she
da-
can kind of
damage
be
over
okay.
time.
static
is-
though, like you have no tower push. You're,
I mean, the Nature's Prophet is another option, but
I prefer that. I think.
I mean, both teams are really light on push though. So I think if you're Hokori, you're not as worried because they can't push either.
yeah, the Viper's a little awkward because even the Atos isn't that great. Some more just catch would be good.
I just like dots against Dazzle. You know, stuff against the grave, so it's not as good as of a save.
They could also just OD. I mean, we're talking about the offlane OD, but they could actually just mid OD too.
This
Wait,
looks like an
Batrider-
amazing OD game.
Batrider
and Bat
is
Riders.
open.
Oh, that's huge.
Radiant team
Wow. After all that. Not but
they
the
go
Ember
for
anyway. Okay, so that's the
Can they
catch
just-
option. They play a lot of Ember.
Okay.
Yes. Could they just bat?
I guess they can.
It'd be a little ugly.
Yeah, they would.
They
have,
could
like,
just
Pango
tide
carry.
mid too if they bat.
Mm-hmm.
You may
Oh!
now select your heroes.
The map
Oh.
came out. It's there.
They were right.
Okay, well let's see
Whoa.
if what was it? 3 wins, 20 or 3 wins, 23 losses.
Yes.
In
Something
high
like
tier
that,
pubs
yeah.
for Ricky versus the Wyvern. Has he activated Gardex trap card? Is this going to be the greatest Wyvern game of all time?
He might
Oh,
be.
wow. It is a little boy Dazzle as well. So Sexy Yogi takes the Willow and Pamplona takes the Pangolier. So it looks like it will be that 3 Dazzle. He's got the bitchin' new set.
That makes way more sense because it's like I don't think you should pick this Dazzle as a 5. I'm totally okay with this play.
100%. But do we like 5 Willow? I think this draft is still kind of weird from Infinity. I think I like Hokori more, despite seeing a core Dazzle for the first time in a long time.
I agree. I feel like the Dazzle lane is not good because Jugger can just dispel your Poison Touch. He doesn't really care that much about the Pangolier as well. He can just like run at them and kill them with the Wyvern's Law. Dazzle is just gonna be run at.
I know you guys don't see
for him.
The cosmetics yet, but this Juggernaut looks like a Power Ranger, so I'm just going to go for Hokori. No, I actually do like their lineup a lot. I think the aggression with the Tusk of the Juggernaut, the Ember, the Tide, they can just like play their own game. Again, the tower push is the worst part for them for sure. You know what? Bring back Tide Meteor Hammer. Let's go. I'll just let him take a tier 1 first in his lane.
God.
And then
I
come
forgot
help.
about that. The Meteor Tide. Bring it on
first,
back, baby.
First item.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, tower push is a little bit weak from both sides, so that gives me the edge for Hokori, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going Hokori too.
But don't let Battle Fury Ricky get a controller. You know, we all know how that'll wind up, right? We've had those games.
I'm excited to watch this game, though. I mean,
Sounds
I'm really
good.
cynical about the Winter Wyvern. Have we seen Gartic play it actually against a Ricky, though? This might be the first time it's against Ricky. So maybe this will be the game where he can really shine with it. I know he loves it. Big comfort pick. So let's see it here. Big game on the line. Let's hand it over to Gary and Theban. Gareth, Core Dazzle.
Yeah, Core Dazzle, you're super excited, aren't you, Zoe? First time we're seeing this here on the South American stream, but Tide Hunter there for Hokori has been one of the mainstay heroes, and we've seen how well he can do against an array of drafts and lineups. Theban, some very interesting drafts. It's super unusual.
Yeah, most definitely. I think both these teams, they're not really picking those standard tier 1 heroes, maybe branching out to some of the more player-friendly guys that they played throughout the previous patches in this game. So, and that means we're gonna see a little bit of a wonky or, like a bloodbath kind of game here, Gary.
A bit scrappy.
Yeah, scrappy. There you go. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, I can definitely see that happening.
It's what Trent said too. Like, they don't have much tower push on either of these teams. So you know what happens when there's not a lot of tower push? We're gonna have a long ass game, Gary.
You crash up against each other over and over again until those towers fall to the creeps.
Seconds to battle.
Exactly.
Keep on battling. So what we're going to see here, Pango with the Dazzle up against a Juggernaut and a Willow. We've seen that Willow 5 before from Sexy, and he did an exceptional job. We were not expecting much in that previous game, but he definitely showed it off.
Yeah, it was... we've seen 5, we've seen 4 Willows these days. I'm not entirely sure why this hero has seen a surge in usage, but I like it. I think it provides a lot of nice team fight. Very difficult hero to kill, especially if you don't have a ground targetable disable.
Yeah, I'm pretty good in that lane stage with the just attack speed and attack damage. You can actually pump out some decent right clicks to trade. Wyvern and Juggernaut. Tusk is going to get up there as well. They were hiding in the Roche Pit waiting for a move. It looks like they'll stick 3 heroes top for now. Do you think this Juggernaut lane could suffer? Like Arctic Burn, of course, that super long cooldown spell from Wyvern against Dazzle and Pango, who can keep running at you. They need the Tusk up there for a bit.
I don't think so. I think what's going to happen is if the Dazzle ever uses the Poison Touch offensively, Winter Wyvern will click the Arctic Burn and then spin on you. So you can't actually use the Poison Touch until they've already spent the Arctic Burn. That's just going to end up happening in this lane. And I think the Juggernaut is just going to pretty much free farm. Because the Blade Fury will remove the Poison Touch effect. And that's like the worst thing that could happen to a Dazzle in the lane.
Yeah, and then you're basically 2 heroes focusing on the Wyvern. And Pango right now trying to drag that creep wave back. Dazzle has run away as far as he can, but with that tag team and the Arctic Burn, Pamplona incredibly low, forced to salve already. And they will hold that creep equilibrium in front of their towers. Down bottom lane, in fact, the Bramble Maze. Nice little side step comes through from Vitali. And Tusk will return to the lane.
Oh, that would have been a short kill had Tide Hunter got hit with at least one of those there. And the reason why they were almost killing him is, like you said, Tusk was up there, zoning off the Dazzle and the Pango level 1 here.
Yeah, giving
Oh,
that
sexy
Juggernaut
Yogi.
complete free farm. He's in that Shadow Realm. So he's
He
got his
just
level
got
2.
level 2.
Very fortunate for him, but it allows the Ricky to get the tricks of the trade. Oh, he doesn't get the final touch. Another Blink Strike's ready, though, so he does make the jump. Arms gets the first blood. Sexy Yogi looks like he's all right. So El Misho is going to lap up a bit of that leftover experience in the lane. Oh, he's going to deny to neutrals. Yeah, so he is. 25 seconds, though. It's a long time to be out of the lane.
Yeah. Well, it's worth more than just not doing anything, and the Ricky's wave is coming into him anyway.
Not for the likes of you.
Yeah, then he's get back full HP, full mana, bring out maybe another salve or something. Give Ricky some items.
Wraith Band would be so nice right about now.
And then in that mid lane, the Spirit Bros. PP up against Nia, Void Spirit versus Ember. So far, it is Void Spirit all the way. PP is annihilating this Ember in the lane. 16-5 against an 11-0.
Yeah, that's pretty big. And in these Spirit matchups, you can't afford to get this far behind. Because the one who gets level 6 first is just going to absolutely destroy the lane. Or even level 5. I see a lot of aggression from PP.
Yeah, because you catch them before they have that kind of escape ability with the Astral Step or the Remnants. I mean, look at the base damage of PP's Void Spirit. Like 72 plus 2, he's got Null Quelling. Ember Spirit did go for that earlier bottle. So lacking a little bit in the right-click damage, but that's a big advantage for the Void Spirit already. He's actually going to go back for a second Null.
Ooh.
Out towards top, we finally see the Radiant team starting to play the lane as they had intended. Pangolier on top of the Wyvern, trying to get some harassment there. Pamplona just faces off against Gardic. Little boy gets some farm at long last. But Juggernaut, like you said, he's just free farming. He'll hold that spin. No real aggressive potential so far.
I feel like this Dazzle pick was in preparation for some of these carry heroes that could get really punished by a hero like Dazzle, but Juggernaut, that's not one that's gonna get any pressure.
Oh, Remnant into mid.
Actually. Yep.
Catching out the Tusk, tag team, and Swashbuckle down means that it's going to be the Pango that drops. They've even brought the Wyvern in here. So many rotations from the Dire team to secure that rune, and the body blocks from El Misho doing a great job. And now with the shards, he's got Dissimulate. Oh, he doesn't actually. Okay, gets the bottle charge off. That was a little bit spooky, honestly.
That was such a scary usage of Resonant Pulse there. You should just click Dissimulate, got out. But because he got that shield from the Pulse, he was able to bottle up the little bit of mana that he needed to get the Dissimulate off.
And he had that Arcane rune too. So exceptionally short
Little boy.
cooldowns.
He's looking pretty dead.
Yeah, we've seen El Misho's Tusk do some wonderful work. Roaming around, finding kills. He gets off a grave. Not going to be able to TP out. The shards will block him there for a Lumiere slice. Take him down.
Amazing what you'll find.
Tusk was
They
holding
actually
a
really
snowball.
need PP to pop off this game and make some rotations on the sidelines, especially onto the Juggernaut, or else the Juggernaut's just gonna sit up there free farm the entire game. He wouldn't even have to rotate. Just chill there, make sure the Dazzle can't take your tower, and Dazzle will kind of fall off on his own.
Yeah, like when your Juggernaut has double the CS of the opposing carry, you know, Ricky against a Tide, Anchor Smash, always going to be annoying for you when you're farming in the lane. Then Vitaly just waddling around doing whatever he wants. You're going to have that pretty big gap between them.
Little boy again.
Yeah, little boy looks like he's alright. They're trying to go bottom lane as well with the Bramble Maze and the Cursed Crown. Ricky still trying to push that damage forward, has another blink and tricks the trade, but the creep wave's coming. Ooh, can they finish him? Doesn't look like it. Vitaly's fine. He even had 9 stick charges up his sleeve if he needed. And PP has come in top. So making that rotation into the Juggernaut lane, sniping out the Tusk.
Very nice. But this will give Ember Spirit the rune. He's gonna get the bottom one right now. Tusk, probably not the kill that he was hoping for on PP, but he's gonna have to settle for that. Ember shoved the lane, gets the Invis, and we might even see him rotate bottom with this. Or just chill, wait for the Dazzle to push a lane out top, and then you TP top and kill him there.
Yeah, he probably could have had a freebie on the Dark Willow, like 200 HP. Was running into that mid lane. No. Ran back to that mid lane. Interesting little observer ward there from the Willow as well, but in comes Tusk again. Ricky pretty low on the mana. Still with some one charges up, but it's pressure. That's the main thing. You're not allowing this Arms Ricky to be comfortable farming. He has to battle for every single last hit. While Juggernaut is super happy under his own tower, just farming away. And they go back on Arms again, in fact. Gush, tag team. He's completely separated from his creep wave. And what do you think about that idea from the panel? You know, the lack of tower damage, Meteor Hammer Tide, is that a possibility?
Oh boy, no, no. Let's not go down that road again. Man.
Okay. Ricky's still level 5 here, trying to blink back to the Willow. They're closing in on them. Nice little slight with the Remnant forward. They're focusing Arms. Ember Spirit lands. A nice crash onto the Ricky, but the Void Spirit is trying to turn this back onto Vitali, but he's got another Dissimulate. Not going to be using it just yet. Waiting for the Shadow Realm to hit. They do trade back 1 for 1. The Tusk has Snowball in a second. Could use it to dodge out the Curse Crown, and he will do exactly that. Not enough damage to finish off Sexy Yogi, and now he's caught up in a nice little Remnant and the roots there. But he's gonna find... Oh! The Shard's not quite good enough. Dark Willow slips away. And with that arrival of the Ricky, PP is like, cool, I'm gonna get some free farm down here. A little bit of lane tax.
He's doing some really good work on PP right now. I know Arms died there, but you still get the Tide, the Tusk, killed off. Ember, once again, gets the rune because of the effort of PP to try and get some kills going bottom. Really getting bailed out here near because the Silence are winning.
Oh, does he kill the Pango? The Swashbuckle's been used up. That Flame Guard, he's running for him, but nice TP. Pamplona somehow slips away from the dangerous moves of Nia.
Yep.
Look at this smoke from Wyvern and Tusk. Straight on to Little Boy. Juggernaut's also come out across from the lane. The Graves there, and the Ember Spirit join in too. It's a 4v1. Spin down the Dazzle. Gonna try and kill off the Necro units too for a bit of bonus gold. And it does feel like Hokori playing much more as a synergetic team. As PP, he's come back into this Radiant Triangle. Looking for that Tusk kill. It's a good bit of damage from level 4 Dissimulate. Does find something there. Dark Willow trying to wrap around with a Pango now onto Ember. Not the easiest kill to get when he's got Remnants out of there. But it's definitely been a concerted effort to try and bring this mid lane back to life, hasn't it? You know, the top lane, the top rune when they brought 2 supports there. Now bringing another couple of heroes into that Radiant Triangle, getting this Ember Spirit active and guarding the runes for him.
Yeah, I can only imagine how this lane would have been had the how this game would have been had the Voice Spirit actually lost his lane. Because Hokori would have been able to just rotate this really big Ember to bottom and take in tower. Voice Spirit wouldn't have been able to fight back. So it goes to show how important it is to at least have, you know, one of your lanes go well for yourself. Like the Void Spirit. Like the Ricky's doing okay. He's got more last in the Tide, but you can't really consider it winning the lane when he's only got 41 last hits at this stage in the game.
Yeah, when he's
got as much farm as a Dazzle does. That is not good.
Yeah, 1,000 net worth behind the Juggernaut. I mean, Lumiere there, literally no fears in the world. Poison Touch, cool. I will spin when I want to. I will TP out of here and you can't do a damn thing about it. Meanwhile, Dark Willow down near the bottom bounty runes. Yeah, gonna slip away from the Ember Spirit, it looks like. Did you steal one? Yeah, stole one of the bounties. PP's gonna get a couple as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, here comes the push bot. Like, they haven't even brought Juggernaut down here. This is without the usual move we see where the safe lane carries swap lanes, you know? Juggernaut's still farming jungle. Can come down bottom lane if he wants to. But Infinity are forced to play up top with Arms now. And that's where they bring the Tide in. Defend the tower. This is
there we go. We see this every time. And the worst part about this is that
he's got Ravage. That's the worst part for Infinity. He might have wasted it a little bit early there, but they're going to get the Dazzle kill. Juggernaut just spins him down. Little boy down. Now you just focus the catapult. Maybe deny that tier 1 on 15 HP.
Oh,
very close.
And Ember just needs to go back mid and defend this tower right now. If they lose this tower, this is huge for Infinity here.
I mean, if they lose Ricky as well, like, they're going in. They've got Shards, tag team, still going there. Wyvern up on the high ground with the Arctic Burn. Rolling Thunder, though, is a nice play from Pamplona to get back in onto the Tide Hunter and slay Vitali. Il Misho is also going to drop to PP's rotation, so Infinity responding very nicely.
Yeah,
and they didn't deny that tower either.
They also defend the mid tower here. I mean, it has pretty low HP. But overall, I would say it's actually a big win for Infinity here because they got top tower, mid tower has about 150 HP, and this is with a lineup that doesn't really take objectives easily.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty good spot. Like the fact that Juggernaut didn't TP top allowed him to, didn't TP bottom lane, allowed him to stay top and defend that tower, right? But then you give up the mid lane for a significant amount of time. Oh, Jug already has his Maelstrom ready. Level 9.
It's going to be very farm Juggernaut this game. So Maelstrom, you know, typical build, phase boot Maelstrom. Then you get, he's going to go Manta this game. It's quite nice against the Dazzle, the Ricky, even the Bramble Maze or the Cursed Crown, just to be able to remove that. And then we'll probably end up seeing him go for that Aghanims and Ag Shard combo. Now, I like that a lot, Gary, where these carries, like just being able to have that option to go Ags and Shard and just giving like a variety. It really made this Juggernaut hero come back into Dota and other heroes too.
Yeah, because usually it's like a third item. You'd be thinking Juggernaut, you know, Maelstrom, Manta, then it's like Skadi, or do I go, you know, Butterfly, what do I want to do? I think that the shards just made it so easy for a lot of heroes. Yeah, you always talk about, you know, the Earthshaker, the Nature's Prophet, the kind of angle of approach you take towards item builds becomes a lot more simplified when you've got that nice little, you know, stopgap item. It's like, okay, before I need a super big item, before I need to spend 4,000 gold, there's 1,400 for you.
You want to click on the Pango right now, Gary?
I've clicked on the Pango, and wow. Yeah.
That's a very lame looking item slot area, isn't it? It looks like someone's griefing.
Yeah, the thing that weirds me out the most is Smoke is in his backpack when when he's got 5 slots open.
It looks like he's like griefing.
I was about to start saying you got some big item pickups coming through from the Radiant, then you point out the Pango that's just got all of corrosion. Oh, he's got his boots now. But yeah, you got Yule Spirit up on this Void Spirit. 4 Pango with the Orb of Corrosion. Necro 2 is going to be coming soon for the Dazzle, so a little bit of their push problems remedied there as the Void does find the Wyvern. Arctic Burn up towards the high ground, drops down again, and dodges away for now. They don't want to go up there, it's too dark in that dire jungle.
He's already spent most of his spells on PP, so I'm not going to be chasing that Winter Wyvern. Nice juke there from him.
Should allow him to get the tier 1 mid though. That double damage rune on the Void Spirit clears it up.
This is
quite
so
easily.
good. I mean, this is so good for Infinity. I thought they were not going to be having too great of a game, and it's going to be hard for them to take objectives, but they proved me wrong, man. They got 12 minutes in, they got the tier 1 top and the tier 1 mid. It's pretty much everything that Infinity really need to be able to succeed in this game.
Yeah, now Ricky has a great, vast area of that top part of the map to farm up for.
Yeah.
And we all know Ricky's item build now, right? Orb of Corrosion, Battle Fury, Aghanims, Jugger, getting caught up, feared, terrorized, and they finished him off.
Doesn't matter.
You got a Winter's Curse there into some Necro units, it looks like, as they try and bramble up. Yeah, Gardic stuck in the maze. Rolling Thunder, Snowball out of there. Pamplona crashes up to the high ground. Gardic's going to get stunned up by the Cursed Crown. And Almisho with some good shards forces that Pango back. 2 quick kills in succession, though, and they turn it on. And this Observer Ward, it spots
really
out
nice.
the Ember Spirit.
Exactly.
He doesn't have a Remnant anywhere, so he can't jump away immediately. Bramble Maze, the Shadow Realm TP, they don't have anything. I mean, they could have Ravage, but a Dark Willow Pos 5, not worth it.
Yeah, at this point in the game, it's reaching more towards the mid game, and you really want to be able to take this mid tower. You don't want to be ravaging that Dark Willow there. Maybe it was a lane stage, that's fine. But yeah, that ward spotting out the Juggernaut, starting with the Terrorize from the Dark Willow. I gotta say, Gary, PP is carrying the hell out of this game. From the laning stage to his rotations on the sides to going mid when the catapult was there, while Hokori was trying to defend top. Everything has just been so spot on from this guy.
Yeah, Arms is going to be thanking his lucky stars. He's got PP on his team. Like, they're pinging the Ricky now. Hokori are like, guys, we've left Arms just to farm, 10 waves top, nothing stopping him whatsoever. Battle Fury is really not that far away now. We're looking at like 15 and a half minutes or so. Maybe 16. And they actually TP the Ricky mid for a smoke. A 5-man smoke, 14 and a half minutes in, just
So
before
good.
those bounty runes spawn.
they saw the Ember rotating towards top as well. And now they're going to go bottom to the Ancients where the Juggernaut's farming under that vision once again.
Round 2 with the Terrorize.
Gardic.
They do spot the Willow this time, and a great Winter's Curse slices straight through the Willow. The Yules, though, into the Remnant, and now the Rolling Thunder crashing onto the Juggernaut. Silent stop. Snowball tries to save him. The Ravage as well. They can't buy enough time, though. Oh, this they can. The Omni Slash. It comes through, and he spins back, but with the damage from Little Boy, they get the double kill on the Dazzle. Now Tidehunter with nothing left to give. He's tanky with a cloak, but there's so much physical damage coming out of this Infinity side. 4 heroes disappear. Yes, you get a nice curse on the Willow, but deciding to continue fighting there. Maybe you should have just left him to die.
They also use the Ravage in that position. I'm not sure if you could get the Juggernaut to spin when he comes down from the Yules there, but maybe you should just try to spin and go into the fight instead of getting hit with the Aether Remnant combo there by the Void Spirit. And it's kind of a little unfortunate, right, Gary? Because the curse went on to the most squishiest hero, and they died so fast that you couldn't get any follow-up spells casted after the curse.
No time to reset. It's just like a massive nuke destroying the Willow. And there was no Ember Spirit in that fight, really, either. He was too far away. Like you said, he rotated top, but now down to bot, onto Arms. Throws down the smoke screen, blinks across to Little Boy. Pamplona going to come in with a Rolling Thunder now. Where's he going to bounce towards? Onto El Misho. Don't know, without the Void Spirit. Yeah, it's a little bit wonky, but they'll just get the 1 kill, and it looks like Hokori have given up again.
So we got, as Bowie called it, Beastmaster cosplay online with the Dazzle. He's got Necro 3, so they got a lot more fighting potential now, Gary.
They sure do. Wait, what's next for him? What do you buy on Dazzle?
Into Mech, Greaves, like all aura items. Just boost your teammates. You got that cooldown reduction. It's so good with it. Whatever makes you impossible to kill, pretty much.
I mean, then we could start looking at like Lotus Orb, right? After Greaves. Lotus against this Curse, against the Jug, the Tusk, because they do find the Tidehunter mid, but a Winter's Curse again onto the Willow. The Grave buys time for Yogi to maybe get off some more spells. That's Splinter Blast, though. We'll remove the Willow from that mid lane as a smoke screen and the disengage from Infinity, trying to swashbuckle back. Lumiere, desperate to get on top of a target here. He's got Omni Slash ready, and the 2-man chains forces the self-Yules out of the Void Spirit. Arms gets away from the Sentry, now the Rolling Thunder, trying to get back onto the Tusk, but PP, with the Omni Slash there onto Pamplona, they will take down that little Pango, but look at the backlines of the fight. Gardic has been found, El Misho's down, PP and Little Boy going to work, and Vitali's losing all of his armor. It doesn't look like they've got any more gap close. Ricky and that Void Spirit a little too far away. But Dazzle's just able to stand his ground. He didn't move, he just stood mid.
That's it. That's what you gotta be as a Dazzle in the game. To be able to just chill there, cast your skills. Nobody wants to go on you because you're pretty much unkillable. And he's only got that level 1 Shallow Grave right now. So once he gets maxed out, even gets to level 18, he's gonna be a really big problem.
You know, like so often we talk about Tidehunter as that hero that sits in front of a tower and just like, walk through me, let's see what you got. Dazzle doing a very similar job. And offering that split push. Straight up to top lane, they ping out the tier 2. 3, 4 heroes going up there.
They're gonna need a bit more items on Hokori before they're able to bring down that Dazzle easily. Or Ravage. They also need Ravage. They didn't have it, but now it's up.
Oh, the Terrorize. Tide and Ember sent into the Bramble Maze, and in comes that Rolling Thunder. Tide, are you going to ravage this? It's an awkward one. They've cursed up Little Boy. Dazzle punching back on a sexy Yogi. The Tusk finds a kill, but Gardic's down already. Dazzle has the Grave, and with that smoke screen there, there's still no ravage. Tide has been stunned and silenced until finally he gets off his ultimate. Little Boy, can you get the Grave in time? He can. He is alive somehow. PP in Arms going wild, slaying everybody else here of Hokori. Ember Spirit, in the very end, does remove the Dazzle from the game, but a beyond godlike PP Void Spirit right now. 10-0-4.
PP absolutely destroyed in that last team fight. He jumped out, like he was next to the Dazzle. That's why the curse went onto the Dazzle, but he already got out from there with the Astro Step. Kills the Wyvern, and then he goes onto the Juggernaut, who tried to spin and run away. getting the two very big key pickoffs for Infinity.
Yeah, and Jug
And that was a
killing off
Ravage
them.
fight again. Oh, dude.
Jug killing off that Necro Warrior as well didn't help him. In the middle of the fight,
did
losing
he?
a lot of HP. I just watched it back on the replay. Sliced the Warrior as PP. Look at him. Look at him go. He's just in here. Dire Triangle. He's basically 1v4. In comes a bit of assistance from the Dark Willow with a Bedlam. Assimilate. Void Spirit jumps northwards. Ember really wants to get on top of PP. They should find him with the chains. And this kill is monumental for Hokori. They have slain the beast.
Finally. I mean, maybe he tried to do a little too much on his own, just running there. Trying to get that bounty and killing himself a little too much. Yep. I do wonder what he had for breakfast though, because whatever it is, I want some of that.
All of the superfoods. Oh, nearly catching that Ember Spirit. Good attempt with the Terrorize. But he's back into mid. They glyph the tower. Rolling Thunder. Going to try and start something here on the Tusk. He snowballs back in with the Jug, but the Shadow Realm giving a little bit of safety here to the Dark Willow. But under that spin and the shards blocking her means that Sexy Yogi with the Grave maybe can get away with a Bedlam. Gets a lot of damage. Maybe kill off the healing ward too. Pings it out, and there it is. Dark Willow, job done. They've delayed this push and allowed the rest of Infinity to rally around them, and they've
that damage.
taken down the Tusk almost with one swashbuckle. The Miner's Armor from this bad juju. Look at it. Vitali and El Misho don't stand a chance. Juggernaut's gone deep near that tier 2 tower, but Dazzle just Graves. Spin TP nowhere near enough. The Miner's Armor, level 2 bad juju. Dazzle says absolutely not. And Ember Spirit.
Oh, man.
Oh, he doesn't have mana to Remnant. He's been caught up with the Necro units. Yule's Duck tries a slight, but he's going to walk back into this, maybe get a kill, but it is the end of days for that Ember, while El Misho, the last one standing, is just hiding in the trees, hoping nobody spots him.
Yeah, while you were watching that Tide Hunter and who was that? The Tusk just getting annihilated by the Pango Ricky. The Juggernaut dropped the Omni Slash onto the Dazzle. With like one hit left, he got the shallow Grave off and just turned around, started smacking the Jug, and you realize, okay, I'm gonna die before this Dazzle dies. Tries to run away. And you saw what happened after that. You know, Gary, this game, Hokori, all they had to really do was just try to split push and fight when Infinity tried to go onto their tier 2 towers. I think they're just entertaining Infinity way too much and getting punished by PP.
Yeah, like this Juggernaut, who was top of the net worth for a good portion of the game, now third as the Ricky has overtaken him. Thanks to this Battle Fury and the Aghanim Scepter. But I can't get over this, like, Dazzle Minus Armor. Something that's kind of unnoticeable until you notice it, right?
Oh,
you see that massive blast of physical damage coming out, not just from the Swashbuckle, but the Ricky from the Void Spirit who right-clicks.
All of them. It's just crazy what he can do when he can stay alive in a fight.
Are they killing Ember Spirit here? Yule's Terrorize, Smoke Screen, holding Terrorize, allows him to Remnant away. I think Willow could have had him. A curse onto Little Boy there. It's a good one with a Ravage. There's the follow-through. Vitali gets on top of them. Anchor Smash down on the Dazzle, and the Snowball back in. We'll find Pamplona. Spin, Juggernaut onto the Tricks of the Trading Ricky. They've got a sentry down, so they'll see him, dusting him as well. Gardeck gets picked off by PP in the backlines. Ricky will Blink Strike down to him. So Arms trying to create a bit of a gap between himself and that Dire team. And Sexy will be that final kill. A triple coming through for Vitali's Tide, in fact.
Okay, very fortunate for Hokori to... Or not Hokori, for Infinity to not lose their Ricky
What the fuck?
Yep.
Where did the Juggernaut go?
Oh, no.
I took a sip of my water and then suddenly Juggernaut's dead. Ember Spirit's caught up in a Remnant. He's done for as well. Arms and PP, they just 2v5'd and killed 3 of them.
They did. Actually, it started with PP just going in by himself. I think Arms was like, wait, you sure about this? Are we actually going? All right.
I'm in.
Then he just went in. Yep. Picked up the double kill.
Wow.
That's
That's
exactly
without...
what he was going to do there.
That's without the bad Juju minus armor. Goodness gracious me. Now we've got Chrysalis on Ricky heading to Daedalus. Is this a game where we see that Arcane Blink Octarine core? We're gonna see the permanent Tricks of the Trade?
I think he's just going to go straight damage. Just carry this game, Gary. We ain't going to be seeing no memes on this Ricky.
No memes, only serious damage.
Yep. What's funny is, like, he's the top net worth. He's 9-1 and 15 on Ricky, but it feels like he's just here along for the ride, you know?
Dire are scanning.
Void Spirit and Dazzle, they seem to be doing majority of the heavy lifting.
Yeah, this Ricky is like Robin to PP's Batman, as they do take down Elmisha in the blink of an eye. Thinking about that Terrorize as the Omni Slash comes cruising through. Lumiere gets a spin off. See how much damage he takes though as they do curse up PP.
Nice
Mana
split,
being
very
burnt
nice split.
by that Necro unit, but godlike arms into that backline again. Try and snipe out the healing ward. Ricky wants to continue, but the rest of his team are like, chill man, let's get this tier 2 instead. No need to go so deep. Throws the smoke screen on the jug. Might have to spin here. In that Bramble Maze, it's a dangerous place to be. Has to Manta style as well to get away from the tricks of the trade. Ember Spirit back to high ground while Sexy always
Sexy
gone in there.
game.
He went up high
Yep.
ground. The Ravage is forced. They've used the Ember Spirit up. They get a big Ravage, but there's absolutely no follow through. Now, with the catch onto the Ember Spirit caught in the smoke screen, the right click damage is enough to come through from Infinity, finding yet another 4 kills in a row now. El Micho. Oh, they didn't go diving deeper. Fine, they'll leave
went
the
in.
Tusk.
He went in with the Shadow Realm, dropped the ward where the towers can't see, and popped that jug as he's running away. And this is what happens when you play against Dazzle and the ball gets rolling, Gary. They're unstoppable. The sustain is just way too much. Shadow Wave non-stop.
They never need to go back to base. Well, they've caught Gardic again. He's got a Ghost Scepter. That lasts a couple of seconds. Not long enough to stop that Ricky. Peekaboo.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And Void Spirit's going to shove all the way from that bot tier 2 through the bot lane to the Dire side. The rest of his team
boy,
is
he's-
already waiting for him.
He's going for an E-Blade. He almost has it. Jeez, he's insanely farmed on this Voice Spirit.
And that's so good against the
16, 1 and
curse.
7. Very good, very good. I mean, that's pretty much the only way that they're losing disengagements right now, right? That it's a big source of damage for Hokori. Like, when that Dazzle died and it looked bad, it's because there was a really nice curse to start the fight. If you start the fight with just a Ravage, you probably won't be able to kill any of the heroes on Infinity side.
Now it's pretty much a straight line upwards for that net worth lead for Infinity. 21k.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Bottom tier
pretty
1
much the-
falls.
Trajectory of Dazzle's impact as well.
He's still holding onto a keen optic. Oh, okay. Swaps out for the spider legs now.
Oh, so nice. Spider legs with the cooldown reduction here.
Oh, yeah, good point. Aghanim Scepter.
Dire's bottom
Going to be
tower
queued up by
Already
him as
hard to
well.
kill.
tower has fallen.
Shadow Wave to dispel allies. More heal, more damage. A scan up on that high ground knows there's Wyvern and the Tide hiding up there, so the Void Spirit jumps straight onto Gardic. Man, that Ghost Scepter doesn't save you, does it? Didn't even get to use it after the E-Blade blow up from PP.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They've got a couple of buybacks ready. Glyph on the tier 3 will hold the Radiant back for a second, but there come the Greaves, the heal, the sustain you were mentioning. Allows them just to keep on going. Now a Yule's into Terrorize. Bramble Maze catching Ember Spirit, and Nia disappears. Dead for 50 seconds with no buyback. No Ember Spirit to battle here, and look at this Pos 5 Willow with a Ricky almost taking out that Tide Hunter.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Simple tier 3.
Dire's bottom barracks.
Barracks to follow. They can swing into mid if they want to, because they've found out no Winter Wyverns there. Bought back, died back, no Winter's Curse. And being the biggest team fight
GG.
setup,
That's it.
That's it.
Man, I really thought this game was gonna go long, but this Dazzle came online way faster than I thought, and this was all thanks to one guy. One player carried this entire game. Like, you know, you normally can't say that, right? Because Dota these days, everybody plays really well and they know what to do, and they'll do whatever they need to do to win the game. But PP, this man, he won mid, he made the perfect rotations, he helped put a lot of pressure mid, and then he went top, helped them take that top tower, and then that mid tower. And I said, as soon as those 2 towers out, I'm like, wow, these guys are in a prime